Hey guys, you here, aka G, and welcome to more competitive GTA 5 online racing. This was the PlayStation 4 version of the game before the expanded and enhanced version released. I had this footage in my file, I'm just getting rid of it. You guys can just enjoy it in the background as I speak to you guys about the recent events that's taken place in terms of the GTA Plus membership. It's quite controversial and I would like to give my take on it as I'd like to say, after playing this game for many years, taking a break here and there, it's quite surprising how they would want to milk out the expanded and enhanced version as much as they could, and it's crazy because of how much content they're releasing, but there is no need to make it so extortionate, in my opinion. Like, they have so much power and so much money as it is. Another thing that's interesting, I'm not sure if they fixed it, but when it comes to the HSW vehicles, can't be shared across on a GTA 5 mode race, where usually, that's where we race on if people need cars if they don't have it. So there's this
Oh
occurrence
my
of a
god.
conspiracy, potential conspiracy, where Rockstar's purposely stopped that from taking place, where people won't be able to share across the HSW abilities for their own the vehicles for people that don't actually own those vehicles. So it's like I presume they're trying to force people to buy it themselves, which means people can't afford it and end up buying a
Perfect
shark
defense.
card or
A
take on
Rayman
board this
there.
membership scheme. Now that's a cheeky one, isn't it? And I'm thinking, do I really want to pay
I
like
just
sixty
I just
six
had a
dollars a
feeling.
month? And you get 500k is it every month and exclusive content, and when it's exclusive it's like, yo, how's that gonna
Oh,
work?
that was
Like,
so tough.
so you're telling me, like, I'm gonna see other guys who's got the membership with that new cars, and if I was to jump in, I'd be worse off because I can't share the HSW mods. I don't know. We'll find out. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. See, when it came to this particular race, it's gameplay footage, right? It's like doing this track for the first time, and it's really overwhelming to try and learn the brake boost straight off the bat. Like, you're kind of having to keep up with people that are experienced and like just know their timing. But that's the challenge, I guess, that we're kind of having to face with. If you're just coming back, or I know there's a lot of guys that have come back to GTA racing, and
Oh my god, I didn't
it's
expect
quite
that corner.
it's
Someone
very
is yelling behind
demotivating
me like,
seeing people fly past you in the exact same car due to a couple of mechanics, which over time you get used to it. Like, short shifting, it's not that difficult to grasp, but the timing of brake boost and actually identifying the suitable brake boosts, that's the challenging part, and that takes time. That's a lot of investment that a lot of people nowadays don't have, considering how long the game's been out. It's like, oh, starting again, really? When people in their back of their head have that muscle memory for what they used to. So having to scratch that and put it in the bin can't really be recycled. Oh my goodness gracious me. Oh, that clip right there, that was
oh my
some
god.
next level butt
Oh my
clenching.
god.
Um,
Oh my god.
anyway, and as much as I'm overwhelmed coming back into the game, it's still great, it's still fun, and a lot of questions have arisen in terms of why I'm using this particular camera view, and why have I stopped using a right analog stick to increase my peripheral in certain angles and certain
Oh my
approaches
god.
when it comes to racing specifically. I mean, I personally use it in free roam because it's definitely necessary to look ahead of oncoming traffic, especially when they spawn in so late. Um, and plan your moves in advance. But when it comes to racing, that at first start I wasn't really fussed because the right analog stick I used to actually use at the beginning of the race, mostly to avoid crashes and potential, like, just anticipate movements close, like side by side action. That helps, and it still does. Don't get me wrong, I'm still thinking about, like, maybe I should just go back to that view and just at the beginning of the race and then come back to this. And the reason why I say come back to this is because it's my primary camera mode. Really up close after the first person selection, purely because it's much easier to consistently hit the apexes and the optimal racing, like lap after lap, and you sort of know exactly the response of the car when you approach at a certain angle, and it really helps you time your braking more efficiently, so you feel more confident with the car. And this applies to pretty much 99% of vehicles in this camera mode. And I did a bit of testing before I left the scene, and it really is beneficial, and you could be more relaxed rather than on the edge, and you're kind of doing a bit too much to yourself trying to go for optimal lap times when having to use two analog sticks at once, and you don't want to give your brain power more energy exertion, so just over exhaust yourself. So it's all about minimizing exhaustion and getting maximum output. So all really and truly, you know, with my my right thumb free from the right analog stick in terms of changing the camera angles, allows me time to put all my energy into the other fingers on my right hand, and in turn helps me with the timing of braking and the consistency of keeping the car as stable as I can at optimal speeds. And you know, back to the conversation of the video, man. Like, what do I personally feel about this membership? Firstly, it's a slap in the face, and it's not really a surprise considering how the game's gone in terms of extortionate prices, and you know, surprising they've released so much content since I've gone, but it makes absolute sense. Like how much they're trying to milk this game out, presuming, you know, the next GTA is in works the next couple of years, but I'm not sure how that is going to tie in with this game. Is it going to be an expansion, or is it going to be a separate game with all the separate servers and separate world where it's got no relation to this, and they're just trying to make people, you know, throw as much money as they can to invest into their new game? But I'm not sure if it's even necessary on their behalf. Like, I don't understand. Has their team changed over the decade, or is it still the same team in terms of the community team, or in terms of the devs? I'm not too sure, to be honest. I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware, or some of you guys would be aware of the internal details behind that, but it personally doesn't make sense to me as to the approach of this membership, and a lot of people's reactions, especially on socials, it's quite negative, and I'm not surprised. And look at this guy flying past me with those cheeky brake boosts. Look at this guy. This guy is crazy, crazy. But what a race this was, actually, you know, considering all the events that took place. But personally, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. But look, at the end of the day, right, as much as we're not a fan of it, 99% of us still going to give in to the curiosity of this membership. I'm probably going to subscribe. Let me know in the comments below, for those of you that are not going to follow this, are you guys going to continue playing the game after they announce this? And do you think they'll react to the backlash? I highly doubt it. You know, it's something I feel like they've been planning for a long time, so I wouldn't be surprised if they just stick by it and make few alterations in terms of here and there, like maybe making it a discount and making it free for a few months. But I don't know. It's really not necessary, and it defeats the purpose of the grind. I believe it's at you get 500,000 every month. So if I was offline and I went on a holiday for a couple months, I'll be back to $1 million in my bank account, purely because I've paid $6 a month in real life. Like, is that really fair? It's like pay to win, sort of, but not really, because I'm not. It's just pay to access, really.
Oh my god.
Pay to access.
If I had hit,
I mean, for those that don't really have time to play the game, fair enough. I mean, it kind of helps people achieve, unlock all the expensive stuff. But why does it have to be so expensive? Well, why can't they just run the economy of the game as it, you know, where you actually make people play and grind out the cash and make it a reasonable grind? I'm not sure.
That's the thing. I haven't hit.
Is it necessary? Do you guys think it's worth it? Like, personally, coming back, it's been very exciting, and the new expanded enhanced version is absolutely amazing. But there's always something that slaps you straight back in the face. And I'm personally just a bit baffled by the fact that, you know, that new card that they're releasing is part of that membership, where I'd need to be forced to get the membership in order to access that new content. And am I in that mindset? Probably, you know, in my situation, I'd go for it. I've pretty much got no choice because I'm curious about the car. I'm sure a lot of you guys feel the same way, but are people going to be in a position willing to pay $6 a month for life, or however long you're going to play this game? And what if you stop paying the membership? What happens then after you have the car? Does it just automatically unaccessible? I don't know how it's going to work. We'll see. You could do a little test when it comes out. But personally, not a huge fan, and I really wish they didn't bring it. And yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And this is as far as where the race goes for me. And you know, came down to lack of track knowledge in terms of brake boosts, and the car control slowly came after lap after lap. But it was the overall great race with the events that took place, some butt clutching moments. More to come, stay tuned. As always, if you guys do want to play with me, there is a Discord link down below. I'll pop messages through there whenever I live stream. You can add me on my PSN. It'll be great to get a 30-man player lobbies going for the expanded version. Thanks for watching, guys. Just feel free to let me know down in the comments below. I would like to know your thoughts about this. How many of you guys are going to be continuing with the game and getting the membership? How many of you guys are not going to get the membership? Or if you guys are going to completely stop playing? Why is it? Let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate all the support as always. Be sure to drop a like if you guys enjoyed this gameplay as well as the commentary. I'll see you guys soon. Sign up. Good night. Peace. Yeah!
Hectic.
Oh, wow.
Have a good